Hey, this Omar, just on here real quick, doing a recap of the Giants versus Cowboys, and I mean for starters, we gonna just be honest, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knew, the Cowboys was going to get the win just because, the Giants got Daniel Jones and the Cowboys got Dak Prescott, and so I trust Dak way more than Daniel Jones. Giants one of them teams where the game could be competitive with them, with like Atlanta, where if it's a one score game, that's where they're best at. To where, they just, playing you tough, and kind of seeing if you make a mistake, they get a turnover or they force you off the field, and maybe they make a play, in the fourth quarter. But Giants was trying their hardest not to get swept. Came out there, got them 2 turnovers, and kind of put Dallas in the hole. Went into the half 13-7. Feeling real good about their chances of getting the dub. You know what I'm saying? They was playing hard and everything, and then Dallas and them cranked the ball up, and they did their thing. Um, let's see what you could look at as far as for the team. Third down conversion. That say it right there. Giants was 3 of 11. Dallas was 7 of 11. And so total plays, it was 59 for the Giants, 69 for the Cowboys. As far as yards, it was 430 total yards for the Cowboys to 300. And drives, they both had 10. And turnovers, Cowboys, Giants was actually a +2. They didn't commit no turnovers. But Dallas just did more with their possessions. Um, they had the ball for 34 minutes and the Giants for 25, so that's like 10 more minutes. The Dallas had the ball to grind on them, to kind of like wear them down, and that's what they definitely did in the second half. Um, I ain't really a fan of Daniel Jones. Like, I don't even know if you want to say underutilized or just, I don't even think he has 10 touchdowns throwing the ball. And we going into the month of December. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, and mainly it's been Barkley doing this thing, but see, for a game like yesterday, Barkley only had 39 yards. They needed more from Daniel Jones, and he's not capable of doing that. And if he does, it's random as hell. Like, look, he was playing for catch up, and he had 21 completions, 35 attempts, 228 yards, and 1 touchdown. Like, that's playing, and that was him playing catch up, trying to pad his stats on the back end. Like, he's not really that dude that can do that. Like, literally, if you see him getting to 300 yards, that's like a game where you going, widen your eyes and you was like, whoa, this dude had 300, because it's one of them things that you just don't really expect. Yeah, like I said, they only had 90 yards running the ball. Brightwell had 5 for 31, and with like I said earlier, with Barkley with 39. Throwing the ball, I literally, like, if you was a dude, a fan of the Giants, and you just watch them, you literally like, who is the guy that's the go-to? Did Daniel Jones feel comfortable feeding the ball a volume of targets from week to week, right? So you say, okay, it was Slayton, right? But Slayton kind of just recently started getting some love. It was a few weeks where he wasn't getting no love, right? He had 6 targets, 3 for 63, right? And he had that 44-yarder that was the longest. But literally week to week, you gonna scratch your head to say who is gonna be the option. James, he was battling a knee injury. He had 5 for 41 and a touchdown. And Hodgkins, he had 3 for 31 on 4 targets. But yeah, they passing attack is just weak as shit. And then let me look at Galladay. Yeah, Galladay gets no love, so I don't even know if they trying to, if he's finessing, but he's stealing money, or they just don't fuck with him and don't want to even pay him. It's something about that people ain't really, I haven't really heard the insiders talk too much about that situation, about like why it's so, like, they signed him to that big contract, and he's literally been a non-factor. I mean, he was hurt last year a little bit, but this year, to my knowledge, he's not hurt or whatever. But they haven't given him no opportunity, or he's just way in the doghouse that he not, even if people get hurt, he's not even gonna see no opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he's I don't think it's been a game where he got over 50 yards. I could be wrong, but that's what you see with the Giants. They got that record, but then you got to see some of the people they beat. No knocks at them. They beat Seattle, right? That's a good win. I'm gonna give them props on that, and you got to give them props for the Tennessee win though. So those are two big wins that you definitely didn't see them doing. You know what I'm saying? They got swept by the Giants, and sorry about that. They got swept by the Cowboys, and so the people that they lost to are people that's like pretty much in the playoff hunt. So as far as that, they didn't really lose to no bad team. But like I said, I ain't sold on Daniel Jones. I already made a video prior to the season. I don't know why he's still the starter, but they for some reason they still want to ride with him and shit like that. But I'm like, all right, if you're gonna ride with him, let's see if he can, you know what I'm saying, like bring a team back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's as mobile as Josh Allen. Josh Allen might be a little more nimble, you know what I'm saying? But he can, Daniel Jones can move his feet. He ain't no slow dude. He can, he should be able to, do stuff similar to Josh Allen, and I ain't gonna say not Josh Allen, because Josh Allen arm is way more better. But as far as like, he should be able to give you, 30 to 50 yards running the ball, so he can kind of give a different dimension to that offense. But shit, they don't want to do that shit. So I mean, I don't know how to call it. But now you go over to on the Cowboys side, and offensive wise, Dak had a solid game with with 261, 21 completions on 30 attempts, a 91 passer rating. He didn't get sacked. 8.7, yards per pass, was damn good. Zeke, he had a solid game, almost had 100. He had 16 for 92 and a touchdown. And then Pollard, he had a calm game because he kind of tore it up on Sunday. So you assume he was gonna have like a slight pullback game, but he even chimed in with 60 yards. So altogether they had 169 yards, mixing in with 261 from Dak. It's gonna be hard to beat Dallas doing that, and then they defense playing the way they did, where they had they had 3 sacks, 7 QB hits, but just the harassment. Sometimes you can, maybe if you on PFF, you can really see, like, as far as like per play, how many times that the quarterback is getting that's getting hurried and shit like that. Lamb, he had a solid game. He had 6 for 106. No touchdowns. all the touchdowns went to Schultz, which was good for them because Schultz kind of been slow coming back from the injury. So he found the end zone. And so, they from week to week, Dallas kind of giving you these elements of, a different type of person can beat them, and you got to key in on. It may be Pollard this week. It may still Zeke can still give you some. It might be Lamb. We feature Lamb, and then okay, fuck it, y'all on Lamb neck. Then we just feed Schultz and shit like that. So they showing the variety that they kind of wanna the recipe for them to win. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like I want to say like San Fran in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? San Fran got a similar kind of recipe as far as solid defense. Each week you never know who gonna get you. And the Dallas is kind of, turning into that same sort of team. They definitely an elite team, and one of the teams is definitely gonna be in the running for top teams in the conference. Now, the pass rush coming week to week. And so, as long as nobody was that, well, I ain't gonna say nobody, but definitely number 11. I think they played this game without, if I ain't mistaken, Ball. He was hurt, so they're gonna need him because he does elements to the defense that you might not necessarily see on the stat sheet, but he's a key contributor to them. So, you know what I'm saying? You got him, which was a sneaky pick. They got him like in late August. And so, the secondary has been pretty solid. And I mean, the secondary shows out against dudes like Daniel Jones. But like last week versus Kurt, I definitely didn't see them doing that type of performance. But they have it in them to do that, even I guess versus tops here passing attacks and shit. But Dallas definitely solid, and somebody or squad that definitely gonna give people problems. They match up well with pretty much everybody in the conference. So it's just about whether they gonna be able to get over the hump. But they definitely got a mob that can make some noise this year. And so was I thoroughly impressed? Nah, because I kinda expected that. So, they continue, they reign over the NFC East. Only people that's gonna stand up to them. Well, I ain't gonna say only, cause Washington gonna give them a game. Especially if that game like kind of means something. But for sure, Philly gonna definitely ain't gonna just lay down. But now that it's been going past couple of weeks, people seeing like, yeah, in order to slow Philly down, you just gotta come with that running game, and really Philly hasn't shown that they haven't, they're not able to stop the run right now. Later on, playoff time, maybe something different, but right now, that's a problem that they need to fix. And so the game, when they see the Cowboys definitely gonna come with a heavy dose of that. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how that game play out. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. All right, thanks for listening.